The Healer family's house is packed with incredible details that almost nobody has noticed. Do you know the secrets of Bluey's house? Did you know Bluey has a fish? It's true! It arrived at the Healer family's home after Chili asked to have a pond built in the backyard. In fact, there are more little fish in the pond, but the main one is the orange one, and it's probably Bluey's favorite, not only because it's colorful, but also because it has the same color as her mom and her sister. This fish doesn't appear much in the original series, but you can see it in the episode alongside from the pup's mini stories. Did you know Bluey had a pet? This is a detail that few people notice. Ready to see more? And for you who made it this far, we have a special invitation. Click the join button down below and become part of our exclusive group of subscribers. We have 3 plans for you to choose from. You can become a Wave Fund member and use our badges on your profile and special emojis in the channel's video comments. Or you can become a Wave Plus member and get early access to our videos and priority replies in the comments. But if you want access to our exclusive members-only videos and polls, you can become a Wave Max member. Starting at $2.99, you can become the newest member of Cinewave. Click now and get even closer to us. Have you ever noticed that the rug in the girls' playroom is actually a kiwi? Yes, and actually this is an interesting point in the Healer house because there are other fruits that we're going to show you. In fact, this might even be a hint about the future because kiwi isn't just the fruit, it's also the name of New Zealand's national bird. Mackenzie's country. Interesting, don't you think? Speaking of the pup's playroom, have you ever noticed that picture on the back wall? If you're good with maps, you'll realize it's an image of the map of Australia, and the highlighted part is the state of Queensland, where Bluey City, Brisbane is located. It's the show's way of telling us where the story takes place. There are several plants in the Healer house, and it's not always easy to tell what type of plant they are, but those colorful ones inside a stone pot in front of the Healer house are known as succulents. They're very beautiful in real life. Speaking of the front of the Healer house, on the mailbox we discover that they live at number 2 on the street, meaning the Bluey family is in the first even-numbered house. That also means it's very likely that Judo lives at number 1, while Lucky lives at number 3, but this isn't confirmed. Going back to rugs, the one in the Healer sisters' bedroom is a watermelon, and that's funny because it makes the house decor very colorful and fun. Would you have a fruit rug? Still in the girls' bedroom, you may not have noticed that Bluey's bed has an uppercase B, because she's the oldest, while Bingo has a lowercase b. And the most interesting thing is the bed placement. Bluey sleeps near the window because it isn't safe to keep younger children near the window, while Bingo sleeps near the door because in an emergency, it's recommended to help the youngest first. That detail is pretty cool, right? In every episode that takes place in the Healer house, we see the house first, and you can tell they have a chimney. The funny thing about this chimney is that it spins. That's very fun, but it's a very hidden detail that almost nobody notices. Did you notice that all the house finishing is made of wood? That's very classy and beautiful. No metal or concrete that makes things look ugly. The Healer house really is very beautiful because of this detail. You just have to watch out for termites. In the Healer kitchen, there are some really nice details. One of them is that Chili likes seasoning food with salt and pepper. We can see the shakers there in the corner, and above them there seems to be a garlic braid. Mrs. Healer must be a great cook. Would you like to try a dinner made by Mrs. Healer? Comment the hashtag Chili so we can get to know you. The lamp between the Healer sisters' beds is shaped like an egg. And that's pretty strange. Even though it's beautiful, it doesn't seem to have much connection with the girls. Do you agree? But there are also details that we know why they're there. One example is the pineapple vase that's in the living room. The pineapple is a tribute to Ludo Studios, the animation studio that made the series together with Joe Brum. Their symbol is a pineapple, so every time you see this fruit in Bluey, it's because of Ludo Studios. Still in the living room, you can see a picture in the background, and for anyone who didn't understand, it's an image showing sand with some seashells and a tennis ball. That picture seems to tell a story of fun at the beach. Will there ever be an episode that tells how that day happened? Speaking of the house decor, have you noticed that the top of the doors on the inside has a cutout that forms the shape of a bone? That makes a lot of sense. We are talking about dogs after all, right? Still in the Healer living room, if you look at the details under the TV, you can see that Bandit keeps a stone with the imprint of a dog's paw. We know it's Mr. Healer's thing because he's an archaeologist, and that is certainly a fossil of an ancient dog that stepped on that stone. Still talking about Bandit's fossils, remember when he gave a presentation about the dog bone he found on his last work trip? That bone is in the back of the living room, next to a plant pot. You can also see that bone in the mini-episode Archaeology. Still in the front living room, we can see a picture of Chili's dad when he was young and working as a soldier, probably from a time when he fought in an old war. Still in the same scene, we can see that on the other side of the room, in a frame near the door, there's a cross that is probably the Victory Cross, a kind of medal for soldiers who stand out. It must be a medal from Chili's dad that is decorating the healer house. Only old school fans will get this. In the corner of the living room, we see a plush toy shaped like Hamtaro, a hamster that was super famous in the 2000s thanks to an old Japanese cartoon. Do Bluey and Bingo like anime? In the healer house backyard, we can see they have a small mulberry tree, and that's amazing. Not because they're mulberries, but because how do they have the self-control not to eat everything at once? If you had a mulberry tree at your house, would you be able to stop yourself from eating it all?
Don't forget, subscribing is the easiest way to make sure you never miss any of our videos.
In the barbecue episode, we see that Bingo just wanted to relax in her beach chair, and an interesting thing you can notice is that the pattern on Bingo's chair is seahorses. That's funny because the little red healer loves animals, especially insects, so it's funny to see Bingo choosing a beach chair that doesn't have the pattern of her favorite animals. Still in the same episode, there's something dangerous hiding in the healer family house. We can see that up high there's a wasp nest behind a plant pot. Bandit better take care of that before one of the daughters gets stung by some mean insect. Going back to the healer backyard, have you ever wanted to know what species of tree is planted in the healer garden? That red tree is called a flamboyant, a plant with very beautiful red flowers. Bingo herself answers that question for us in the BBQ episode, but you didn't notice, did you?
One part of the house that almost never appears is the garage.
And in that garage, there are some interesting details. A surfboard with a pineapple design. You already know why. And also a field hockey trophy. Definitely one of Chili's trophies since she loves that sport. Oh, and of course, there's also an old radio in the corner that Bandit never uses. In the episode Fairies, we can see a photo of Bingo on the wall. And look how interesting. Bob Bilby is next to her, and that shows the photo was taken on the weekend when Bingo took the school mascot home. It's really cool seeing the house change according to the episodes, right? Speaking of photos, you know that Chili and Bandit have traveled to India, and one of the pictures on the wall shows part of that trip when the healer couple visited the Taj Mahal. That photo shows a moment in the healer's life when their daughters didn't even exist yet. Would you like to see an episode about that trip? Speaking of framed pictures, there's one in the bathroom of the healer parents' bedroom that shows an image of a fish known by Pixar fans. It's the Moorish idolfish, who is the leader of the fish in the dentist's aquarium that kidnapped Nemo. It's funny that it's in the bathroom, since that's where Nemo's friends were planning to escape. In the episode Bingo, we see a cabinet that shows a really nice detail. Apparently, we can see that Chili is marking her daughter's growth with chalk. You can tell how much taller they've gotten over the past few years, and that's very cute because it's something done in homes with children. And another detail is that in the same scene, we see a drawing on the wall next to it where you can tell Bluey made a painting of herself with her Canadian friend Jean-Luc. In Bandit's office, we can see there are some really cool details, but one of the most interesting is in that cabinet next to his desk. Inside that cabinet, you can see there are some bones and even a skull. That's a little scary if you think that those bones were once a living animal in the past. Do you believe in ghosts? And finally, we have another picture to show you. In the episode Whale Watching, we see a photo of Bandit with his brothers when they were children. That photo must have been taken on that trip they made to the beach, when Bandit met Chili dressed as Princess She-Ra. They must have had a lot of fun. But what about you? Are you ready to have even more fun?
Enjoying it? Then click one of the two videos we left on the screen and keep going with us. See you next time!